we've gone through and had the elements that need to be in every new patient phone call, and you role played with one of your teammates, now we're going to say there's not always that perfect compliant patient. You all have some that throw questions at you. No matter how well you control that conversation, they're still going to have some questions. They're going to interject and take over. But what we're going to do in this video is give you the tools to overcome those objections and to regain control of the conversation. Now you'll notice one thing we did not ask of the patient in that new patient phone call when we're making the appointment is what kind of insurance they have. When you've done it effectively, you give them such a sense of, I have so called the right place, this is awesome, I can't wait to get there, that the thought and the question of asking about their insurance, it escapes their mind. They might think of it after they hang up, but they'll think, oh, I'll just ask when I get there. And that's what you want. You don't want something over the phone to deter them from making that appointment. So what happens when that patient says, do you take XYZ insurance? How do you answer that? This is what we're going to learn. No matter if you provide for the insurance they've asked about or if you don't, your answer to the question of, do you provide for XYZ insurance, you can honestly answer. A lot of our patients have that. Go ahead and bring your card in and we'll call and check on the benefits for you. You didn't lie. You told the truth. Because if we break it down and look at all the elements that are really part of that question and why we can't really answer that over the phone without knowing what their policy is, we're providers for Blue Cross Blue Shield. And if I have a patient that calls in and says, do you carry Blue Cross Blue Shield? Yep, we sure do. And they come in, what we didn't know is that they work for Walmart. And what we know is that Walmart doesn't have chiropractic benefits. When we tell that patient, I'm sorry, we don't actually have any coverage for you. They're not mad at Walmart. They're not mad at Blue Cross Blue Shield. They're mad at us because we told them we took their insurance. So there's a lot of elements in that question we cannot fully answer. And so we're not going to lose a new patient by saying yes or no. The other side of it is we might not take their insurance, but that doesn't prevent them from sending their bills into the insurance and getting reimbursed themselves. We just cut ourselves out as the middleman. The patient works directly with their insurance company, and there's nothing wrong with that. And what we have found in our office is sometimes that is actually a more economical route for the patient than if we were providers for their insurance company. It sounds crazy, but in the insurance world, there isn't a whole lot that adds up to make much sense. And if you're not familiar with a lot of insurance stuff, that sounds crazy, but the more you get to know it, the more you'll understand. That's the sad truth of it. When you understand that your doctor gives the best care in your community, and you want everyone to have the opportunity to be under his or her care, we're not going to let insurance be the deciding factor. Because at that point in time, what that patient really wants to know is how much it's going to cost. And it's okay for someone to make cost a factor in their decision, but we need to have the opportunity to show them the value of care, the quality of care, and how we're going to look at what they are going through, the effect of their life, this back pain or subluxation that's causing stomach issues or headaches or you name it, whatever it is, that chiropractic can help heal and the goals that we have that they can get back to the life they love. We want all of those elements to be a part of that decision-making factor. Finances should be one of them, but it shouldn't be that top-rated. And as a patient, that is what they will put at a higher level of priority for that decision until they've had a chance to be in our office and see what they're really going to get. So, what happens if they really just want to know, how much is this going to cost me? That becomes a simple answer. The first thing we want to do is direct them toward a consultation, which is always complimentary. And you're going to always schedule a consultation in a new patient time. Because 90% of the time, that appointment, that consultation is going to turn into a new patient appointment time. And so you can get done with the doctor and go right into whatever exams and procedures need to happen. If they're not quite sure if they want to do the consultation, the next line that we do is we offer a range. If you know your exam is $35, and if you know an exam and an x-ray and whatever procedures you do totals up to $200, then you can effectively say, I can tell you it'll be anywhere from $35 to $200 today, depending on what the doctor says is necessary. In our office, we've really simplified it. It's never more than $49 on your first visit. So I can honestly tell a patient, today it won't cost you more than $49, and after that, you're going to know what your cost will be before we do anything. You're never going to get stuck with a bill that you didn't want. And when you give that range, the 35 to 200, you can add that on there as well. Let the patient know we honor and respect them. We are not going to try and stick them with a bill and give them care that they didn't want. It's their choice. Sometimes you'll have a patient say, I am in a lot of pain. I need to be adjusted. Is he going to adjust me? Or is she going to adjust me? From what I know, most chiropractic assistants are not doctors of chiropractic. So that's where this one is so easy. Because you can honestly say, I'm not the doctor. What I can do is I can let him know or her know that you have a concern and want to be adjusted on the first visit. That's it. You've addressed that. You can't say yes he will or no he won't because you don't know. Only the doctor will be able to make that assessment. Same thing goes for x-rays. You're not the doctor. And if someone says, I don't want x-rays, am I going to have x-rays? Simply state it. I'm not the doctor. I'm not sure. I'll let him know you have a concern with x-rays. But why don't we have you come in at 9:30? You can always do a free consultation and then go from there. We will never do a procedure without your permission. You've just satisfied the need, the objection, and you've kept them with that appointment coming in. Now sometimes you're going to get someone that says, well, I can't get off work, or I can't get my child out of school. We're like any other healthcare office. We can provide a note. The way that sick time or paid time off goes, legally they have to be able to take that time. They might have to dip into sick time and just have to have an excuse. But most people's employers, especially, their productivity is down because of whatever the need to come into your office is. And if somebody has a way to get that relieved and fixed so that their productivity level can go up, you better believe they're going to accept an excuse, a work excuse for a doctor's appointment. So I always offer a work or family or school excuse. Now that you know these, you have in your manual these scripts that we've gone through. Find another one of your teammates and find a way to practice. And we have to do it with someone because when we sit and read, it makes perfect sense and we're clear as a bell. But as soon as we need to take from what's in here and make it come out of here, we can get our words tripped up very easily. We want to make sure that you have the tools you need, and that requires practice, and it's verbal practice to make perfect. Have fun.